On today's episode of Battle of the Sexes, we define what a best friend is and how most insecurities are built in relationships. A big thanks to these so-called best friends and the drama they invite into our lives. Can a man be best friends with a friend of the opposite sex? Can your best friend be the mediator in your relationship? How do you avoid getting intimate with your bestie? We have our contributors and they are ready to solve this one puzzle. It's Battle of the Sexes.
Can a man be best friends with an attractive woman? Absolutely, why not? I don't see why not.
It's definitely not impossible, but communication matters. So yeah, why not?
If you have sense, brain, they raised you well, morals, values, self-respect and will, and the I'm not a Nigerian man factor, then I think it's possible.
Many a times when we actually start this friendship, as to, oh, we're friends, I'm good, I'm actually looking for a friend, these guys end up catching feelings. Okay, why are they catching feelings?
Especially if the attractive person or the attractive woman is this type of woman. There's just no way they will not have something.
As a man, you are required as a human being to have self-control.
So I'm not saying that men have zero control. I'm just saying at this point, a man will be a victim if you leave him in the hands of a very attractive girl.
And then you cut people off. I don't think that that's a good look.
If I was in a relationship and I had a best friend before the relationship, I can never throw away my best friend.
Absolutely, I don't understand. Are my best friends meant to change by time? No, now. If they change, it's not obvious that we're not friends.
I've had the same friends for a very long time. They're aware of every relationship that I've ever had. Let's note, I have no exes.
Oh, really, Dala? Let's act like we didn't hear that and keep it moving.
Well, yeah.
So what happens when the relationship ends? I'll now be friendless because you know that men has come, they'll still say you go for picture. But you know what I mean?
Once you're my best friend, you are my best friend. But then again, it depends because in this world that we're in today, to find friends is hard.
We get you. True friends are rare and we should protect them when we find one.
To not find best friends, another level of hard.
Not best friend, maybe a close female friend. You know, we vibe, we gist, we talk. I can share my, insecurities and challenges with her. Tell her things I will not tell the, woman I'm with.
I don't think I believe in the idea of having a best friend if you are in a relationship because, your partner has to be your best friend.
Like I said, I'm a very, very loyal person. If I'm with one man, I stick to him.
It's Battle of the Sexes, guys!
Is it okay to stay friends with someone that I am attracted to?
No. No, because body is not firewood though. And anything can happen at any time.
Well, yeah. I think it's okay, even though I still feel it's dangerous.
You know that there's a way devil works. And if you love yourself, you help yourself.
If you have a spouse and then you're trying to be committed, and it's like playing with fire.
If you are single, yeah, by all means, do you understand? But if you are not single, you have spouse, please run, no. Flee.
It's not okay. If I'm attracted to you, I cannot be friends with you.
Let me give you a Pete Edochie type proverb. The rabbit that runs past the lion in the jungle will one day be eaten. I don't know if that's exactly what he would say, but it's along the line.
You can stay friends with them if they are not attracted to you. That makes it easier because they know they feel you, but they feel them. But even if you show them small, say they feel them, it don't even matter. They know they feel you, so you can be friends with them.
I think you find a way to work around it. I've been in that situation before, and I try as much as possible to keep that aside and focus on the friendship, which is way more important.
Don't test yourself. Don't test yourself.
If you want to be friends with somebody that you're attracted to and you're also getting some clean vibes, some small vibes, it is just with time, something got to happen, something will happen, something will share, even if it's one small kiss or knack.
Oh wow, oh wow. Is there a thing like a small kiss?
There's no way I'm attracted to someone and I'm friends with the person and something will definitely happen. Of course. And it was good.
No, it's not okay. God things. They will use you.
You've heard the man. Don't let the devil use you. Preach on, brother Sadiq.
God things. It's not right.
It's Battle of the Sexes, guys.
Can a man be best friends with a friend of the opposite sex?
No, definitely not. It makes no sense to me because why are you having a best friend? So what's your wife there for? So is she only being sexually attracted to you? Why is she not also your best friend?
Meet Inse, a media personality, but a quiet lady who only talks when required. She believes your partner should be your everything, and friends should know their place.
Yeah, you can't be best friends with an attractive lady. I do have one. Doesn't mean I'm sexually into her, but we are very good friends.
Caleb disagrees with Inse. As a media personality and bike enthusiast, he is of the opinion that best friends play a higher role when it comes to sharing your biggest fears and getting honest advice.
Like, we are G's. Like, I literally tell her, you're my guy, we'll gist about different things. Like, you know, when I have some sort of relationship issues, I feel that she as a woman would get to understand and then, you know, lend me insight.
Shoulder to lean on.
I don't know what you're talking about, but she's my best friend.
But you go to her, you tell her stuff,
I can tell her stuff.
You open up to her about a lot of things.
She's my friend. Friendship, best friends here. Wife is here. There's a limit to everything. So for me to have a best friend means that I can actually come down to this level and say, hey babe, so I'm having these issues. So what do you think I can do about it? There are things I can literally discuss with my wife, like, because I wouldn't want her to see it from a certain type of way and feel insecure. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but I can discuss with my best friend and then she can give me her unbiased, you know, feedback that my wife might likely not give me.
What is the level of love both of them have for you? Whose one is now higher that you think, oh, this person will actually tell me the truth?
So there are different types of love. Have you heard of agape love?
I have, but who do you think would tell you straight
The
up,
loving
okay,
is different. There are different shades of love.
So why did you not marry the other person? Because why is
No,
suffering the
see, life is made up of varieties.
It's Battle of the Sexes, guys.
What are the roles of a best friend?
I mean, your best friend is really your person, the one that you can tell anything to, the one that can do anything for you and with you. You know, that person, your soulmate. Hey God, then what is your partner? But yeah, you get me.
When it comes to being a best friend or being my best friend, I honestly believe that you should have the ability to understand me in my moods.
Most important for me is emotional intelligence because it's different for different people, but then I will need you to be able to understand when I'm coming to vent, which is usually what my own best friend suffers because.
First of all, for me, I must be free with you. I must be able to tell you, you know, at least most things, maybe not everything, but most things.
Someone you can rely on, someone you can go to, talk to, someone you're honest with all the time.
Best friend is somebody who loves you, who cherishes you, who adores you, who agrees with you even when you're saying nonsense.
I like a best friend to be somebody who will say, you know what, I love you, but you're messing up. I love you, but this is where you went wrong.
A supportive kind of person that you're free to talk to. Like someone you can just rant to at any time. You know, if you just go rant nonsense to your papa.
It's Battle of the Sexes, guys.
Okay, how is it different from that of a partner? Usually you hear people say, I mean, date your best friend,
So for a partner, you have feelings for them. You feel something more mushy, something more romantic, the butterflies in your belly.
Your best friend is different from your partner, but your best friend can also be your partner. You know what I mean? Am I preaching, right?
The relationship with a best friend and a partner are two different things reason is simple. With your partner, everything becomes extremely sensitive. You know, there's certain things you can say to your partner. You can say, "Oh my babes, look at that chick, she's hot." If you try you will sleep on top chair.
Physical attraction, let me say that. Now, I might have a best friend who's doing all the things that I need, like you're having sex, you're talking well, you're this, you're that, but like I said, I might be looking at you with like non-sexual energy, like you can just be like umbrella that I'm looking at and there's no vibe.
It is scientifically proven that the company of good friends reduces stress in life. It's Battle of the Sexes, guys.
How do you avoid getting intimate with your bestie?
Have I ever been intimate with a best friend of the opposite sex? And most times the best friend not turn to relationship. Maybe a little bit.
Yes, I have been intimate with best friend of opposite sex, yeah.
I think I have, yes, once, but it didn't clear up well eventually because it kind of messed up the friendship itself.
When I said a little bit, that means regular makeout, not all the way, yeah.
Have I ever been intimate with my best friend? No, I've not. And I've never even thought of it at all.
Sometimes it's wrong, but sometimes the pleasure, you know, outweighs the wrongness.
Maybe I'm a queen friend zoner, and at some point in time you start looking like a non-sexual object, maybe like handbag or like table.
There was a guy that came so close to being like a best friend, but again, like I said, I'm just too attractive. They cannot handle it.
Now that it looks like we are all guilty when it comes to kicking things up with a bestie, where do we draw the line in these relationships?
It's Battle of the Sexes, guys.
Is it still qualified to be best friend after the makeout? Yes, of course. Why not? Yes.
I would still qualify you to be a best friend because, I mean, at the end of the day, I don't think that changes anything.
As an individual and an adult, if you choose to be intimate with your best friend, enjoy yourself, and the person can still remain your best friend. If I actually do that with him, I'll just cut the whole thing, cut the whole communication with him.
So first of all, I like my relationships clear, right? So if you're cutting eye for me as a relationship partner, cut eye for me as a relationship partner. Don't come and be for me best friend and I eventually realize that you have emotions, because I believe that is wrong. Because when I see potential in somebody, straight up I spot it, I identify it. And when I see best friend qualities, I see it.
It's Battle of the Sexes, guys.
Can your best friend be the mediator in your relationship?
Can my best friend be the mediator when I have issues in my relationship? It depends on what type of issue it is that we are having. First, if it has to deal with my relationship with my best friend and then, you know, my wife is having issues, or my girlfriend, or whoever it is I'm having a relationship with, I don't think my best friend will be in a position to do that. But if you're having a general issue that is far away from my relationship with my best friend, yeah, definitely. I can call in my best friend like, yo, come talk to this lady. You ladies know how you do your thing. Talk to yourselves and let me see if we can, you know, actually resolve this and then get it going. Of course, that's what she's there for.
I can just say, okay, maybe there's a problem just randomly, but I don't think I really need the person's input as much as someone who has been there and has had that experience.
She doesn't want to resolve issues. Let's just put it like that. She doesn't want to resolve issues.
You can always talk to any other person about if you need help with your relationship with anybody.
No, I can't talk to any random person about my relationship.
I'm not saying just anybody. Well, someone that I usually talk to.
Though there has to be a certain level of connection between me and that person. And who better than my best friend?
It's Battle of the Sexes, guys.
Can your best friend be a mediator when you have issues in your relationship? Personally, I don't think so.
So now it depends on if the best friend gets along with the person that I'm in a relationship with.
Maybe like after you settle the issue, I just seeing your friend, like, see what happened, see what this person did. But I don't think that your best friend should be a mediator, you know.
There's some issues that you can bring your best friend in, but I think that there are some that they're not really needed. I mean, just you guys should just resolve them together.
If I have a female friend, for instance, as a best friend, and I know that she absolutely hates the guy that I'm dating, but can't do anything about it, I'll never take my issues to her because she's not going to be giving me an unbiased opinion about what she thinks.
Yeah, sometimes you might want to rant to your best friend about things happening in your relationship, but I don't think it's necessary every single time.
I think when anything that's between a man and a woman should always be between a man and a woman. Do not bring a third party. No matter how close you are to this person, do not bring a third party. If it's going to work out, it has to work out based on the level of communication and understanding both people have. If they don't have it, it's not going to work.
I have this intimacy with my partner, not my best friend, so I keep my private life private.
Yes, because I think those are the first people you get to talk to that might give you some little advice, if you know, especially if you know the person is a very reasonable and supportive person, so yeah.
You know, it's interesting how Brother Sadiq always has a different response for these questions.
It's Battle of the Sexes, guys.
Would I be insecure if my partner's best friend is hotter than me? Personally, I don't think so, because, I mean, why? I appreciate God's work in other people, so I'm like, girl, nah, it's not that deep.
First of all, have you met me? Have you seen me? No, I won't be, because no. If she was hotter than me, what are you doing here?
No, darling. I don't know if anybody's hotter than me.
I shouldn't be insecure, but I think I would be insecure. And obviously, those are things that you discuss with your partner.
If my partner best friend is hotter than me, I will be insecure. Me, I'll be insecure. I don't even want it.
Just in case he has a bestie and the bestie is Niniola, I feel like me and Niniola be like besties, like she got me, we got her, we'll just be together, we'll be dating the boyfriend together, you know. She'll be doing the friendship duty and I'll be doing the girlfriend duty.
Deborah Waters likes to play games. It'll be interesting to be in the ship with Niniola though.
I don't think I personally would be uncomfortable because there's a finer guy out there. There are millions of fine guys in the world. You can't come and get a dick because of one guy.
There's no way, it's not possible. I'm hot.
Forget. That's in the movie. Me if I'm hot. I respect.
In a lifetime, you make 396 friends, but only 1 out of 12 friendships last. It's Battle of the Sexes, guys.
Would you break up with your bestie if your partner asked you to? Did you hear me say break up? What would make you get jealous?
I'll do whatever my spouse wants me to do. Baby, go and slap somebody on the world stage. I'll slap. Go and choke somebody. I'll choke.
First things first, I would not be with someone who has insecurities about, my friends. And if for real, it's easy friendship, no witty on the side, it's just plain, you guys are good. I mean, I'll let her understand that, hey, this is the friendship. And the moment, things are getting too complicated, that means we can't move forward because you want to dictate my life. You want to tell me what you want me to do when you want me to do it. And that means you don't have room for understanding or change or growth. And so you can't be narrow-minded in a relationship.
I must say, as a TV producer, Mr. Oshofa has mastered how to put his points across. But I don't know if his intentions are genuine because, men!
Yes, if he feels uncomfortable. Spouse, not boyfriend. Spouse, yes. My spouse asks. If he gives valid reasons, sure.
I won't use the word breakup. If I have to set a little bit more boundaries that I already have, maybe I will, but definitely not break up.
Bruh, I met the bestie before I met you, Abby. They your lane.
Personally, for someone to be my best friend, it means that the person means a lot to me, and there's just something that we have that is really good or strong. So I wouldn't just break it off.
I need to be in a relationship, marital or otherwise, with someone who is secure enough and understands that I have a working brain, right? And if I say, fine, this person is my bestie, it's for a reason.
If his reasons are actually okay, no problem, I'll reason it. But if just like probably he doesn't trust this person, no more, I'll just do whatever it is I want to do.
If I'm dating somebody, I make sure that you know who my friends are, and then see that like everybody has to get along. I mean, you're all the people in my life. Yeah, spouse is important, but guess what? Your friends are actually important as well.
It's Battle of the Sexes, guys.
Would I break up with my best friend if my spouse asked me to? I would.
I said it's controlling. You put on to it's controlling. Like it's controlling. Why would my spouse tell me to break up with my one best friend? Why? Like why? It's like if you can break, tell me to break up with my best friend, you can as well tell me, okay, I don't like the face of your mom. Please don't tell her to come to my house.
I
don't like the face of your dad. Don't come to my house. Because if you can do that, you can actually do that. Because you know that this person is the one person that I can actually chill with and have fun with. That makes me happy to an extent. You have your role you play as a spouse.
So who is the MVP? Who is the most valuable player in this case?
Because I've stayed with my best friend for long and I feel my best friend understands me. The only problem you're having is because that my best friend is a female. That's why if he were to be a guy, we wouldn't be having all this type of conversation.
Do you consider your best friend as your soulmate?
Now, that's quite interesting. My best friend is not my soulmate.
Well, why does the person understand a lot of things about you and you?
These are the calmest lead contributors we've had this season. However, I like how Inse is bringing in some heat with our subtle vibe.
No. Understand. There are some things you want to see. There are things that So have you heard the word burner? Like if you have a phone and you have another phone, there's one that's a burner phone that you can easily discard, and there's one you keep. Like you just can't do without it. Have you heard?
So in this situation, who is your savior?
So I can easily talk to my best friend and tell her this and this and these are the issues. We can have disagreements, we can fight, we can have we can discuss on every other thing, and I don't feel judged. Even if she judges me, doesn't follow me back home.
If your best friend should now have a significant other, sorry, bye-bye to that your best friend, because she's not going to have time for you again.
It's Battle of the Sexes, guys.
Show me your friends and I will tell you who you are. It's 50-50 for me, and I'll tell you why.
On a very generic level, I think, yes, the people that you most likely associate yourself with, like people that you find yourself in the same room with, where you go, that you hang out with, are most likely in the bracket of who you are. But there's an exception to this.
I mean, that's tricky because when you hang around people, when people are your friends, things that they do rub off on you, but doesn't change the fact that you have your own personality and you can just be you at the same time.
Mostly African parents, mostly we in Nigeria and in Africa, we claim that statement too much, but I think it's unnecessary sometimes.
It's actually very, very true, because I believe to a very large extent, your friends, especially your closest friends, have a lot of influence and impact on your life, right? I mean, you only connect with people that you have similarities with.
I think it's old and doesn't really, hold the meaning anymore, because right now there's so much diversity. You could be friends with people who like to party all night, and you might be that person that doesn't really enjoy partying, but you guys share other things in common.
Personally, I think I'm like worlds apart with all of my friends. Was some way not the same.
It's Battle of the Sexes, guys.
In a scenario where your spouse and best friend are at war, who would you take sides with? First of all, why are they at war? Over what?
I wouldn't take sides with anybody. I'd even rather tell both of them that they're wrong, like find the places that both of them are wrong and say, okay, you were wrong here and you were wrong here, you were right here and you were right here, and you guys should fix up.
Yeah, fine, I'll hear from both sides, and in the end I'll be like, you guys should sort yourself out. That's it though. That's it. I can't be taking Panadol for people's headache. You'll be alright, last.
First of all, I don't like to be stressed, so everybody sit down, we're adults, let's talk about it. I'm not taking sides with anyone. Just let's settle this thing, and it should never repeat itself.
I think I'll take sides with anybody, because I would try to be the mediator, because you can't have your best friend fighting with your partner. That would just cause tension between all of you.
I don't know why my best friend and my partner will have issues. What are they doing together?
I won't get involved. Let them finish when they finish their war, I'll take the spoils of war.
Now, whether you're a bestie or the partner, you know better than fighting with your partner's bestie. You might be left on your own.
I know you guys are like, oh no, I'm supposed to support my spouse and all that. But sometimes your spouse, the head of your spouse is not correct sometimes. It's not okay.
If we're outside and it happens, I'm going to take side with my wife because house issues are different.
I'm not going to take sides with nobody. I'll probably just point out faults with this one and point out faults with this one. But having to support one person, no.
It's Battle of the Sexes, guys.
In a scenario where my best friend and my spouse are at war, I'll take sides with my spouse, because why wouldn't you take sides with your spouse? This person, you really love this person and you're sure the person loves you as well. And you might say that you and your best friend have been through thick and thin, but but I feel like your spouse understands you and would always be there for you no matter what.
Before your spouse, who was there for you? Were you not with your best friend? I don't understand how people choose their best friends. If you have a best friend, that means you guys have been.
I don't understand how people choose their spouses because
for a very long time.
If you feel like this person is going to be with you forever, then you actually believe
you guys are going
that
forever.
This
It's
person
fine.
that
forever too. Your best friend is within that forever as well, because you guys have come a long way before your spouse came along, and I'm sure you guys would have discussed this your spouse to say, okay, this spouse is okay for you.
Who is that one person that you think would always be there for you?
My best friend.
I think it's your spouse.
My best friend, actually.
I don't think
My
it's
best
your
friend,
best friend.
because since there's no emotional attachment, no sexual attachment to it, I feel that there's nothing to lose.
It's the friendship aspect of a relationship that makes it last. Mutual respect for each other's company plus a good knowledge of each other's quirks, likes, and dislikes is good for the relationship. Spouses who are friends try harder to make repair attempts during a spat. It's Battle of the Sexes, guys.
You've heard our contributors. I must say they did justice to the topic of the day. Let's take a recap of what has been said in this episode.
What are the best rules to having a best friend, I believe, of the opposite sex and being in a relationship? Honestly, I would say it's just boundaries and respect for your partner especially.
First of all, find yourself and be true to yourself, okay? Don't go out of your way to please anybody, generally. And of course, I think if you have a best friend that is reasonable, the person should understand that, oh, okay, you need to spend time with your spouse, and the person should be jealous about that fact, especially when it's now a spousal situation.
Everybody have to know their boundary. Sister, best friend, you need to know where you stand. We cannot be entering the same car. You sit down in front, use your brain.
Always be transparent and honest about things. You know, that goes a long way to making a difference. If you are down for something, just say, hey, this is me. If you're not, hey, that's not me. It's simple.
I'll say when the going is good, we can all be together. When it's starting to be a little bit shaky and all that, like, let's all take a break and sort it out so that it doesn't escalate.
I don't want to be hearing you calling him baby or any pet name. You call his name. If his name is Shagun, I want to hear Shag. I don't want to hear Shaggy or Shag or Shags or nothing like that.
So when you're going to see your partner or when your partner is around you, never bring in your best friend. But don't share too much with your partner about your best friend, because he can just, even with the littlest thing, you would think he's not picking it. He may just think funny about that.
We hope you were able to learn some lessons from the points our contributors shared with us. Join us same time next week for another edition. It's Battle of the Sexes.